Hello and welcome back to Lord Fenton Anime Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. I'm your host, Lord Fenton. In this Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 build video, we're building up the Bao Dur Cantina Brawler. Yeah, that's right, fist fighting. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 builds like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be updated more. Here are the pros and cons of this build. Obviously, shield breakers can help you out in DPS, and with the right equipment, your DPS will be really high as well. Your strength and constitution is going to be really up there. Now, another thing is you have some light side powers to help buff you up on the strength and constitution side. Now, downside is your dark side powers. It's only very few for offensive, and your DPS is not going to reach high as a Sith Marauder or a Jedi Weapon Master. Last but not least is chest pieces are extremely limited. If you go beyond that, you're not going to be able to use some force power. So let's go ahead and start leveling up Bao Dur in this build. Now we're going through exactly 20 levels for Bao Dur as a tech specialist. Due to the fact some feats will require fist fighting, so that's why we're doing that. So we got Repulsor Strike. We'll go over that in a few moments. For now, do is computer use, demolition awareness, repair and security. Some of those will definitely max out. Others will not. Once we make the transition to a Jedi Master at level 21. Well, actually, after 20 levels. So this here does is adds, if I remember correctly, 1 to 6 electric damage when you use your shield breaker. And we got the 2 already fist fighting ones, so we get 2 to 8 damage on tier 2. Add that when we use it against foes with shields, with a shield breaker 1 to 6. You get nice DPS out of it. Now, Bao Dur is, yeah, you guessed it, it's going to be level 8. Every level 4, you get yourself a free attribute point. So let's go ahead and do Constitution. When we get that to 18, then stop there and then put the rest on Strength. You're saying, yeah, why not some on Dex? Well, we can use items to do that. Well, actually, some items. Except for chest gear. Yeah. Bao Dur, yeah, he gets screwed on that end. So let's go ahead and do, let's do the ones I'm doing for the skills. And yeah, just that, like that exactly. Yeah, unlike his crafter build, you're not going to get all the skills maxed out, unfortunately. Nope. So now we're going to go ahead and do his class skill stealth. So this way I put a point into stealth, and I could not waste any 2 points on it, instead of be 1. So we'll do that for now, and yeah, we're going to go for 20 for the fist ones also. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 9, so let's get the tech specialist out of the way. Yeah, we're going to try to get to 20 levels. So we're going to use the skills I'm doing. I'm going to mention before again, yeah, someone will not, and also put a few points in the stealth. That'll help as well. And there you have it. And that's about it for this level. We only use stealth, so this way you could disable mines at the start when you get them. Now, Bao Dur will be level 10. Yep, that's right. We're finishing off the preteen levels, the single digit ones. So now we get Fist Fighting Specialist 2, add some more points to it. If I remember right, I think it's now 3 to 12 or something like that. So put the skills like I have, and that's about it for this level. Now let's get to the next set of levels. Now next up is level 11 to 20 for Bao Dur. This last time he's going to be a tech specialist. So let's get this section on the way with level 11. Just put the skills like I have. Eventually, I will pick some of the top skills, but for now, we'll just leave it at that. If I any other feats, I'll definitely go over. Ignore Persuade. We can't do any treat the injury definitely for this build. Now, for feats, we're going to go ahead and do something else different. We don't do dual wielding because that will not count for fist fighting. So since that's technically a one-handed weapon, and we're going to do is this. So dueling does is this. You get +1 to attack and +1 to defense. And it also says applies for using unarmed combat. We're going through that entire line. And this is actually good for I should say, heavy force users and fist fighters. Not for something like dual wielders yet. They have the other line. But this is good for Bao Dur. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab those. And that should definitely do it. And yeah, see, that was 3 to 12. I was right about that. Now, for Bao Dur, we're getting level 12. Again, every level's a 4. Character level-wise, you get yourself a free attribute point. We're still going to go ahead and focus first on Constitution. Yeah, we're going to get that sucker to 18 so he wears all the implants, which I feel for this build is really important. Then we'll pump the living crap out of strength. That's all I'm going to go ahead and say on that. So yeah, put your points in the Constitution for now until you hit 18. Now we'll put the same skills like I'm doing before. If I have any left, I'll put it in Stealth. And there you go. And that's about it for this level. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 13 as a tech specialist. So your Cantina Brawler is doing well, doing some assisting damage and more. So just put the skill points like I have, and that should definitely do it. We have some nice stealth, though, so it'll help us through some parts of the story. Now, real quick, let's go over the feats. Let's talk about that. So we got the second tier one. This does is 2 to 12 extra damage when you're using the shield breaker one. And also, if it connects, then what happens is yeah, you guessed it, they'll be slowed down. And add that, of course, to Unarmed Specialist. Yeah, you do some extra damage there as well. So your lone fist is just really punching foes out like crazy. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 14, so we're still on the tech specialist. Yeah, we're getting all the tech specialist key feats before we do the class change. He's not too hard to get his influence up for a light side playthrough. Dark side is almost impossible. Unless you want to hurt your character, and yeah, you get the point. We get another Unarmed Specialist, so now 4 on that is 4 to 16 damage added. You guessed that right. Replace the previous level one, so this is all real nice. Now, we'll temporarily stop on doing it on our own, but for now, we're going to go ahead and do is improved dueling. So this gives you +2 attack and +2 defense. And as I said before, it counts as, you guessed it, unarmed combat. That's why I'm doing it. So let's go ahead and hit that there, and there you go. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 15, so we're almost halfway through the teen levels, I call it. So let's go ahead and put the skills I'm going to go ahead and select. And there you go. Now, fortunately, when we become a Jedi Guardian, yeah, your skill points are going to be dropped drastically. Now we're at for level 16 for Bao Dur. Yeah, every level of 4, you get yourself a free attribute point. We're going to go ahead and put that in the Constitution. By the time we get to 20, it'll be at 18. Then the rest will be in the Strength. Yeah, we're going to get those implants first. So just do like I did for the skills, and that should definitely do it. And there you have it. Bao Dur is going to be Tech Specialist 17. That's actually character level wise. So let's go ahead and knock that out of the definitely way. Same skills as before. So there'll be at least 20 on some of them, which is good. We have to use items or so if we want to have them to do some crafting, but this build's not really for that. Now for Master Dueling, get +3 to attack and +3 to defense. So that's good news. Yeah, or I should say defense will be really up there. So we're always going to be fist fighting. So that's good news. And there you have it. Now Bao Dur, yeah, you saw the defense went up. It's now going to be level 18. So let's go ahead and get our tech specialist out of the way. And the other unarmed strike, I think now is either 4 to 21 or 4 to 18. I have to look it up real quick. I'll see. Let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, I try to remember some of these things. Yeah, that one is oh, wrong. It's 5 to 20. So add that there to your fist fighting when you do unarmed combat against foes. You get some extra damage out of it. Gloves will help you boost up that as well, and that's about it for this level. Now, Bao Dur is going to be, you guessed it, level 19. So this is a good time to get his influence up. We're going to do it. Now we get Gravitating Strike. We'll explain about that in a bit. So put the skill points like I have, and you should be all set. And let's go ahead and talk about the last one we get for the Tech Specialist. So besides that, let's go ahead and move over there and tell how much damage you get to do now. Now with this, is you do 3 to 18 electric damage, 20% chance to slow down your foes if they fail their fortitude saves. It's very nice. So if you stack it with the shield one and then your fist, actually more like unarmed fist damage as well, you do a lot of damage against one foe, or at least a certain type of foe. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 20. Every level of 4 character-wise, they get yourself a, you guessed it, a free attribute point. That's very important, everyone, so let's do Constitution. Now, that'll be it for Constitution because we're at 18, so we can wear all the implants the entire game. So from here on out, we'll heavily focus on Strength. You heard me right. Let's go hit the OK button. As for skills, just do like I do, and that's about it. This will be last time. Some will be high, others will not, thanks to being a Jedi Guardian. Yeah, they're point starved. So now let's go ahead and pick out the feats. Now, since we did get the dueling ones, which is all good and gravy, decide to work on his Master Flurry. With that is you get, of course, an extra attack. However, you get -1 defense and -2 to attack. We're going through that line so we get rid of the penalties, and that's about it. So at this time, stop at 20 until your influence is maxed out. So this way he'll do his class change later on. Two important things about level 21 to 30, starting at level 21. If you didn't know, farming of EXP of any kind outside the game. And of course, you'll automatically, after your influence is high, become a Jedi Guardian. So we're very limited. We have to pick 3 skills in order to go ahead and max out. I decided to do the following, which is I felt like it's a good one: awareness. And let's see what else I want to go ahead and pick. Repair, that's very important. And demolition. So I picked those 3 since I will use them the most in case I need them to EXP farm. We're not going to do lightsabers. Ignore that. Let's see here. Jedi defense. This does is with that is if I remember correctly, it'll add to your blast bolt deflection. Ignore force jump because we have to use a lightsaber. We're not with this build, unfortunately. Now there's one more feat, which is Jedi sense. So you get 1 defense at the first. I should say 2 at the first level, and every other level you get more defense. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get some fist fighting until we actually go through some more levels, which in this case for Jedi Guardian. So I'm going to go ahead and select at this time. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get him. What I'm going to do is regenerate force points, so this way I can start using more force points for Bao Dur, so this way he'll buff up. Or I'll use force speed or so, or even heal. I'm going to go ahead and grab heal. Now, heal does is heals 5 vitality points plus your charisma, modifying your levels and such. Now, burst of speed does is give you 2 defense and double your movement speed, which is very useful in combat, and that's about it for this level. Now we're going to go ahead and get character level 22, Jedi Guardian 2. Yeah, Bao Dur is not bad for gaining influence, since there's only 2 really good spots for it, especially great for light side playthrough. Let's see here, demolition, repair, and of course awareness. The rest will, if we need to, use items, but since we have intelligence, it'll help us out greatly too with some modifiers. Now, force sense, this does is this, you get 40 extra force points. For this build, it's going to be really useful. Master Flurry is like this, so you get an extra attack now. However, there is no penalties to attack and defense when you use it. I call that a win-win situation, so let's go ahead and get Force Valor for him. This does is when he uses it, everybody gets +2 in saving throws and, of course, attribute points, which is good. And that's about it for this very level. Now, Bao Dur is going to be, you guessed it, is Jedi Guardian 3, character level 23, so we're in the 20s now. And yeah, and by the way, his, if I remember correctly, he gets +3 strength if you max out his influence. Put the 3 skills like I have. There you go. As for feats, let's go ahead and decide on what other feats we want. So, I'm not going to do any gearhead. No, that's for another time. Toughness, this toughness does this. You get 1 extra vitality points for every level you get. It's also retroactive. So you get at, for example, at 20, you get 20 extra vitality points. Let's go ahead and talk about night speed. This gives you an extra attack, 4 defense, and of course you double your movement speed for 36 seconds, which is powerful. Now, next up is character level 24. So every levels of 4 gives yourself a free attribute point. So let's go ahead and get our Jedi Guardian up to 4. So since we got a Constitution, now we're going to go ahead and focus on, you guessed it, Strength. So we're going to max that sucker out as much as possible from here on out. He has good Constitution. Now he's going to have great Strength. It's going to help him out with frontline fighting, or say fist fighting. So demolition, awareness, and repair. Now, Master Speed gives you 2 attacks per round extra, 4 defense, and double movement speed. Very powerful stuff for any Jedi Sith. Now we get character level 25. So, yep, we're at, of course, Jedi Guardian 5. So let's go ahead and do it. Just remember, demolition, awareness, and repair. Yeah, the rest we can't get because, yeah, we're skill point starved now, thanks to us being a Jedi Guardian. Now, improved toughness is this. You get the previous feat bonus. Also, any damage over 20, you shave off 10% of that damage, which is good. So, let's go ahead and get another, I should say, Force Power. I felt like this one's good. Knight's Valor. So, you get +3 points in all save throws, and, of course, attributes as well. And you're now immune to poison. That also works for your party, too. Everybody will thank you when you buff this up. So, you use it, everybody's going to be happy. We're going to max out for Bao Dur. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 26, Jedi Guardian 6. You're seeing a pattern here. It's going to be very easy to detect levels. Ignore the improved force jump, unarmed specialist. We already know about that. Yeah, it's going to go through the emotions again. You already got some of the feats from the previous class. Just pick the skills like I have. And let's see here. Yeah, what we're going to do is Master Valor. So now you get plus 5 points for you and everybody. And all saving throws, attribute points. And now you're also immune to poison as well. Very powerful stuff. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 27. So let's go ahead and hit that. That's going to be Jedi Guardian 7. Demolition, awareness, and repair. They'll be at 30, so if you get over 35, you're perfect. So now let's go ahead and do Master Toughness. So you get the previous 2 feat bonuses and 1 extra vitality point per level. It's also retroactive. So if you get this, all 3, I say, for example, at 40, you get 80 extra vitality points thanks to Tier 1 and Tier 3 of the Toughness feat. Good stuff. Now we're going to do is improve healing. This does is heals 15 points of damage plus your charisma and wisdom modifier, and your character force level added that to that too, which is great for everyone. Now Bao Dur is going to be character level 28. Again, every level's up 4. You get yourself a free attribute point. No different for Jedi Guardian level 8. So let's go ahead and put the points in strength. So we're pumping into strength. So if you do not do any tricks, your strength will be at 16. So let's go ahead and just do the demolition, awareness, and repair. As for powers, we're going to max out that. That's going to be Master Heal. That does is same thing as before, except for it's double your levels, though. It's added to instead of just single, which is good. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 29. That is Jedi Guardian 9. So we're knocking out the Jedi Guardian levels. So as long as we do acts of good with this character, you're fine. Now, let's go ahead and do his demolition, awareness, and repair. So as for feats itself, let's go ahead and see what we can get. I'm going to go ahead and look, and I'm going to do is this one. Improved conditioning, so you get plus 2 bonus to all saving throws. This will replace the plus 1 from the previous one. We're going to go through that line, which I felt like is a great idea to do so. So now next up is we're going to do is battle meditation. So everybody, when you use this, gets plus 2 attack rolls, plus 2 damage, plus 2 will saves, and regenerate their vitality points a lot quicker. Now, Bao Dur is going to be, you guessed it, Jedi Guardian 10, character level 30. So we're knocking out the 20s. Ignore the Unarmed Specialist for now because we already have that or explain that. But later on down the line, if it's beyond 6, I will definitely explain if I can. So, improved battle meditation, you get the previous bonuses for your party members. Now, if your enemies fail their will saves, they get minus 2 attack, minus 2 to damage, and minus 2 to will saves. And they're more sucker for force powers after that, of course. And that's about it for this level. For this section, it's level 31 to 40. So if you did any of the tricks, congratulations, you're at this point. Or you have the restoration mod, that's up to level 35. So let's go with level 31. So that's level 11 for Jedi Guardian. So that's demolition, awareness, and repair. Let's go with the feats now. We're starting to get more feats, which is very good news indeed. Now, Master Conditioning is this. You get plus 3 bonus to all save throws. This will, of course, override the other 2, which is very good. More save throws, that's great. Ignore the lightsaber stances. We're not using those. Those are useless for this build. Master Battle Meditation, your party members get plus 4 attack rolls, plus 4 damage, and plus 4 will saves, and, of course, vitality regeneration goes up there. Now, your foes miss out on their will saves. They get minus 4 attack rolls, damage, and will saves. Now, Bao Dur is level 12. Jedi Guardian, that is character level 32. Now, every level of 4, get yourself a free attribute point. That's very important. Put your points into strength. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of strength with this build. So let's go ahead and do just that. Now, what's next is skills. Again, demolition, awareness, and repair. As for powers, let's go over what powers we're going to get this time. We're still going to get some light side powers and such, so let's see what we want. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do is revitalize, start that line. So this will work on one character. If they're down, they get 5% of their vitality points back after being rezzed, of course. Bao Dur is going to be level 33. That is Jedi Guardian 13. Yeah, so we're going to start catching up with our tech specialist levels. Let's do is demolition, awareness, and repair. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit those out of the ballpark. Now, as for feats itself, let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and we're not going to do any deflection. No, we're not that. I decided to regenerate vitality points, so increase your healing rate, which allows you to recover more vitality points faster. Less use of force powers that way. Now, don't worry at all. We're still going to go ahead and, of course, level up, and he'll get those nice fist fighting skills and such. Now we're going to go ahead and pick Improve Revitalize. Now this works for the entire party if they're down, except for you. And they still get their 5% of their vitality back, which is a good thing. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 14 for Jedi Guardian. That's character level 34. Let's go ahead and hit those levels. Now we get Unarmed Specialist. Yep, we get that one. So that's a good one if I remember correctly. Number 5, I think it's 5 to 20 or something like that. Now we get Force Channeling, so we get selected and start our lightsaber stances. Master Revitalize, so it's the same as the previous one. Instead of 5% vitality you get back, you get 10%. That is double, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and select that force power, and that should be it. Bao Dur is going to be Jedi Guardian 15, character level 35. So we're just keep on getting these levels. There you go. As for skills, let's do his Demolition, Awareness, and Repair. Let's go for feats now. So we're going to pick some nice feats. Let's see here. I'm just checking everything, make sure everything's right. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go for is the Improved Power Attack. So Improved Power Attack does this plus 7 to damage, however, minus 3 penalty to hit. So in other words, you'll miss on that. Now you get one modifier up, and if your fortitude save on your foes fail, they get knocked back. Great against many opponents that are really weak. So we got options for him now to do that. So we got Revitalize and such done. So let's see what we're going to get for some more light side powers. I'm going to go ahead and start some crowd control. So a stun droid, this will lock them into place, a single droid, unless they resist their fortitude saves, and also take half the damage from that too, which is very good crowd control for droids, which we always want. Now, Bao Dur is going to be Jedi Guardian 16, character level 36. Every level of 4, character level wise, you get yourself for free. Guess an attribute point. Put that sucker in the strength. Seriously. Strength that sucker up. So as for skills, let's go ahead and do his Demolition, Awareness, and Repair. There you go. As for powers, we're going to still work on the droid line. Disable droids, so hit a whole bunch of droids, it'll lock them down. If they resist their fortitude saves, they only take half damage and negate the stun. Still, it's nice ability against droids, light side. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 37, Jedi Guardian 17. We're closing in on the tech specialist for levels, even Steven for Jedi Guardian. So let's do his Demolition, Awareness, and Repair. So everything's above 40 for that, or at 40, which is good. So we get to do all those things, those 3 for crafting. So Unarmed Specialist, that's the one I said 5 to 20. So from here on out, later on, we'll start to get more of those again. Now, we're going to go ahead and pick, let's see here. I'm trying to look real quick. Master Power Attack. This does is plus 12 damage, minus 3 to hit. You still get your multiplier from 2x to 3x. And if your foes fail their fortitude saves, they get knocked back. Once again, great against, I should say, many weak enemies. You don't want to lower your defense, then use that just beat the living crap out of them. Now, Destroy Droid, this is the most powerful of the lockdown droid line. This it does a lot of damage. However, it can be resisted, but still, it's nice for crowd control. Crowd control a bunch of them. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 18 for Jedi Guardian, character level 38. Now we get another Unarmed Specialist. And if I remember right, that is 6 to 24 for fist fighting damage. So I might be wrong, but still, trying to go by memory. Now, stun this will lock a foe into place unless they resist it. But they don't get stunned if they resist. But still, it's a nice way to lock foes down. Doesn't work against droids. Use the other line for that. And that's about it. Now, Bao Dur, he's going to be level 39. Jedi Guardian 19. So let's go ahead and do that. As for skills, again, Demolition, Awareness, and Repair. As for feats itself, let's see here. We already got one type of feat. Now, Improved Critical Strike. So your threat roll now is 18 to 20. Minus 5 defense. If they fail their fortitude save, they'll be stunned. If Atton's with you, he could do sneak attacks against stunned foes. Just saying. So let's go on there, and there you go. So if I remember, the other one is like, for example, 6 to 24 damage to fist fighting. Stasis, lock a foe down, much more powerful than the stun one. Of course, they can resist. If they resist, then they don't get stunned. So it's a good thing to always have lockdown abilities. Now, Bao Dur is going to be Jedi Guardian 20, character level 40. So every level 4, you guess to get yourself a free attribute point. Put that sucker in the strength. Yeah, we're going to pump up strength for the rest of the time. Unless I say so not to. So let's go ahead and do demolition, awareness, and repair. That should do it. Hey, there you have it. As for powers itself, let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do stasis field. So this is an AoE version of the previous line. It'll lock a whole bunch of foes down unless they resist, and it'll get locked down. But still, it's a nice lockdown ability. It doesn't work against droids, but it works against organics, and that's about it for this level. This section will cover last of the 10 levels in the game. So 50 is the hardcore cap. So let's start with level 41. So let's go ahead and do demolition, awareness, and repair. There you go. As for feats itself, let's see here. We're going to do his master critical strike. So instead of 18 to 20 to get a critical hit, now it's 17 to 20. You still get the -5 defense. And if your foes miss their saving throws, they get stunned. When they get stunned, someone like Anton could do a sneak attack. Just saying. So now what we're going to go ahead and do at this time is start getting some dark side powers. Now shock does is it does 1 to 6 damage per character level. It can be resisted. If that happens, it takes half the damage. Now for Bao Dur, he's going to go ahead and of course next get to level 42 or Jedi Guardian 22. Now we get another Unarmed Specialist, and so now they're just going to keep flowing in. So let's go ahead and do that. As for powers, let me see here. If I remember right, the next one was on Unarmed Specialist is 7 to 28. Now this one's a frontal damage, so any foes in front of you suffer 1 to 6 points of damage per character level, and if they make their same throws, they get half. Now next up is character level 43. That is Jedi Guardian level 23 to be exact. So skills is demolition, awareness, and repair. There you go. As for feats, I'm going to go ahead and do this one because I'm going to get it out of the way. And that is Master of Gearhead. So this does is boost up our repair, security, and computer use. I'm mainly going for the repair. As a bonus, we already got security and computer use, so I'll be good. So I'm just going to go ahead and check down the list, make sure everything's all right. I think that's fine. As for powers, we're still do the dark side. So we got Force Shock. Now we got Force Storm. This is an AoE version of Force Shock. Any foes around you, they suffer 1 to 6 damage per character level. They can resist. If they do, they only take half damage. It's like a weakener for Bao Dur. So then he punches them to death. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 44. Every level of 4, you get yourself a free attribute point. Now, since Bao Dur is a light side character, that Force Storm costs a lot, but still, it's like a last resort. Go ahead and do the skills I picked. And now we're going to go ahead and get another one. Just get a backup crowd control one. Fear. So fear will lock them into place unless they resist. Now, some foes are immune to it. Be careful of that. And this won't affect droids, unfortunately. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 45. That is Jedi Guardian 25. So we have the Jedi Guardian levels over to Tech Specialist now. So let's go ahead and do demolition, awareness, and repair. As for feats, let me see here. We're going to go ahead and start the other ones. But this is the fist fight one we recently got, which is 6 to 24 damage. We're going to get the other two. So yeah, we'll knock them out. So this one is dual strike, so you get +2 bonus to hit when you and a party member attack the same target. Great against bosses and tough foes, so Bao Dur will get a nice hit out of that. So now we're going to do his horde. This is an AoE version of fear. It locks them into place. Just be careful that some foes will have some items immune to horror. Unfortunately, droids are immune to it, but still it's another crowd control you could use and abuse, and that's about it for this level. Now Bao Dur is going to be level 46 character level, Jedi Guardian 26. So let's go ahead and get more Jedi Guardian levels. Now we got ourselves an Unarmed Specialist, so let's go ahead and do demolition, awareness, and repair. There you go. Let's go do some powers. Let's see here. As for powers itself, let me look real quick. Insanity. This is much more powerful version than horror. Locks a whole bunch of foes into place unless they resist. Doesn't affect droids at all. Now Insanity, unfortunately, it doesn't work against bosses and certain characters in the game. Still nice crowd control for the weaker ones. Now, let's see here, the Unarmed Specialist, that is number 7. Number 7 does the following now. It adds 7 to 28 points of damage. Really powerful stuff. The next one we get is at level 30. So it does a lot of damage if you use, for example, the Shield Striker against a shielded foe. Then use Bao Dur's Tech ones. You can do a lot of damage against shielded foes that way. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 47. And yeah, that's right. Just put the skills there. Let's go for feats. Let's look at that. Now we're going to work on the other one, which is improved dual strike. So if you and a party member attack the same target, Bao Dur gets a +4 bonus to hit, which is good. Which is more to hit equals more chance to kill, equals more any foes suffer. So we got that all done. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to the light side and some neutral powers as well, or universal powers. And let's see here. We're going to do his energy resistance. This does this for Bao Dur himself. Only gets the first 6-point shade off of elemental resistance, which is from fire, cold, and etc. Bao Dur next is going to be character level 48. That is Jedi Guardian 28. We're getting closer to the 50 cap. This last time for attribute points you get to put in. So we're going to do a strength. That should be it. Let's see here. Demolition, awareness, and repair. Those are now above 50, so this is good news indeed. As for powers itself, we're going to do the other one, which is the improved version. We just got the previous one, which is improved energy resistance. So everybody gets protection for the first 12 points against elemental damage, which is good. Now, Bao Dur is going to be character level 49, Jedi Guardian 29. So this is one of the last 2 levels. Let's go ahead and hit that. As for skills, let's see here. Demolition, awareness, and repair. Simple as that. So easy, even a caveman can do it. As for feats, let's see. What we're going to get is the Master Dual Strike. I'm going to go ahead and explain about that now. So Master Dual Strike now is when you and a party member attack the same opponent. Bao Dur gets to hit is +6, which is good. Great against bosses and tough foes. Now for Force Powers, Master Energy Resistance. So you and your party members shave off the first 20 points of elemental damage, which is very good. It's a nice buff. So that's about it for this level. Now, Bao Dur is going to be level 50, Jedi Guardian level 30. This is the last time to put your skill points in because we're about to hit the cap. Now we get Unarmed Specialist, so I'll go over that in a few moments. Put the skills like I did. Now, for Force Powers, I do is Force Deflection. This will just deflect blasters away from you. It's automatic. Since Bao Dur is a fist fighter, I believe it's a very useful Force Power to abuse. So let's go ahead and do that, and that's about it. So let's go over the fist fighting one we just did get. So this one, the last one, is you add 8 to 32 damage for unarmed attacks, which is very powerful. And that's about it from level 7 to 50 for Bao Dur. Next part is build video suggested party members. Let's go over first influence for Bao Dur. So if you max out his influence, and if he's a Jedi Guardian, he gets +3 to his strength. So for suggested party members, Atton's a perfect fit for him, big time. Mandalore and of course Handmaiden, they're good. Just Mandalore's more of a dark side playthrough. Krea's a great addition to the party for Bao Dur. As for, I should say, Disciple and Vissa, if you have a more force focus, they're really good as well. Now, Mira's very nice addition, like Ant minus the sneak attack. Now, Hanhar, he's alright, but he's more of a dark side playthrough. T3 and 4 is good for a few reasons. Until, of course, you have no use from him. HK47 is very nice, but again, dark side playthrough. Goto's alright if you want to do the Goto experiment. Now, my suggested party members go is your main character, Bao Dur, Atton, if your main character is a Force user, or Krea, if your main character is not a Force user. Now, next up for his build video is Gear of Ice. I'm going to go ahead and always say this. So, in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, your equipment's RNG. It's random on generation. It depends on what planet you're on and what level. So if you arrive, for example, on Telos at level 10, for example, your equipment should be around level 10. Now, if you go on Dantooine, for example, at level 50, it should be at 30 to 35. Now, for Bao Dur, for the most part, he cannot wear any robes and cannot use armor that, or I should say, for example, uses the Force. So you're out on those. We're limited on that department. Now, if you equip him with medium armor and such, he cannot use some of the Force powers in this build. So I'll explain that in a bit. As for gloves, you're going to look for unarmed attack that boosts that up big time. I'm going to go ahead and start with the gear. So let's go ahead and do the first set. Now for implants, you want the Physical Boost D package. Gives you +3 strength, constitution, dex. Requires 18 constitution to use. If you cannot find any of those, go for the lower version of these. Now, headgear, Conscious Helm, requires medium armor feat, which Bao Dur already has, I believe. +1 defense and +2 constitution. If you cannot find something like that, look for something similar to this. Let's go ahead and move on to next set of equipment. Now, next up are the hands, aka gloves. This is different than our strength builds. Lightning gloves, this is your bread and butter for unarmed DPS increase and such. +2 to 12 electric damage when unarmed. +1 attack when unarmed. You get resistance 10 slash versus electric. Now, if you cannot find any of these, sell for any with other unarmed stuff in it. Very important. As for arms and shield, you want the Verpine prototype shield. Absorbs the following for 170 points total. Energy, sonic, cold, heat, and electric. Also look for the melee ones as well for the other arm. And I will definitely say the Mandalorian ones are good for the melee ones. Let's move on to the last set of equipment before we get to the chest piece. Now, for the belt, you want the GNS Strength Enhancer plus 4 strength. If you cannot find any belt like that, look for other strength belts. If you're rolling a 0 on strength belts, look for any with resistance in it. So let's move on to the chest piece. Now, before I do go over the minor uniform, which you get at the Pelgrim Station at the start of the game, yeah, at some certain point there, you'll get it. Very easy to get. Now, Bao Dur, he has a major weakness, his chest piece. He cannot use robes at all, especially when he becomes a Jedi. That's out of the question. He cannot use any light armor that allows you to use Force powers. That is definitely out of the question. Instead, you got three choices: light armor, medium armor, or this clothing. The light armor, medium armor without the Force power boosters and such, yeah, he cannot use Force powers to equip those type of armor. As for the minor uniform, he can. That's why I'm picking this one. So minor uniform, once again, this gives you +1 on the defense. Underlay upgrade follows bio restorative underlay Mark 5, +3 constitution, and +3 health regeneration. This requires 27 treat injury to craft, so have someone in your party craft that for Bao Dur, then he'll install it afterwards. Overlay upgrade, you're kind of screwed on. You're really, I should say, pigeonholed into 1. Armor plating Mark 2, 1 reflex save and 4 stealth. Now, this is really good if you're using robes and such with Jedi Cutters because it gives you dex. Unfortunately, this one doesn't. Good news is it requires 11 repair to craft, and Bao Dur could do that. For some reason, you skip looting the body. Yeah, you're going to have to use clothing. That's all I have to say. And that's about it for Bao Dur equipment advice. So next part of this build video is combat and tactics. As always, make sure you buff up before or during the crowd control phase. So you definitely want, if you have a very powerful force user, have them crowd control. After that, then of course use your melee feats to beat the living crap out of your enemies. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that at this very time. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we try shield bash. And thing is, because you have your feats, your unarmed damage will be really up there. So you basically A, going to take out foes, or B, assisting in taking out foes. Now, as your last resort, I'm going to go ahead and say that very importantly, if you want to take out a whole crowd of enemies just to weaken them, then use Force Storm. Just remember that Bao Dur is a light side character, and that's going to cost a little bit more extra force points. However, many foes will be weakened, so this way they'll just be primed to be killed, just like you saw beforehand. That's about it for combat and tactics. I'm going to go over some final advice. Here's some final advice before I end this build video. Make sure you look for gloves that has unarmed strike. Reason being is very simple. You're going to add more damage to your unarmed strikes. Your unarmed feats are going to help you out greatly. Tech Specialist will add some damage to it. If there's any shielded enemies, definitely use the shield breaker. That'll be a great help there. Now make sure you use all type of your force powers. If you really want to clear the room or assist in that, yeah, Force Storm's the way to go. Just remember, dark side powers cost more points for Bao Dur. Now, definitely take advantage of other forms of crowd control as well against droids too, since that'll be gratefully helpful. So this way he'll lock down enemies and you can just beat the crap out of them. Other than that though, Bao Dur will either kill your enemies or assist in the kill with this build. This is it for my Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 Bao Dur Cantina Brawler build video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night, and do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more Star Wars content just like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube's suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. May the Force be with you.